In this video, I'm going to count down my top 10 desert island fountain pens. These are the top 10 pens from my collection that I would pick if I could only use 10 pens for the rest of my life. Blake here with Blake's Broadcast. On this channel, I review fountain pens, paper, and ink, and as always, I put links in the show notes in the description below. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out my channel. All right, let's get on with the review. So, number 10 here is a Pilot FK20 Two Cranes Togedashi Maki pen. This pen really hits a sweet spot for me. In terms of Maki pens, actually at the moment, I think I'm right in saying this is the only one that I own. But in terms of Maki pens, Pilot Namiki ones I think are the most elegant, the most sober, and maybe the most traditional. And I think they're always well executed. Now, I am by no means an expert on Maki, but I've never seen something that I thought was goofy or kind of sloppy with Pilot Namiki. So I really love the brand. I love the heritage, especially their Dunhill collaborations. There's really a lot behind their Maki product that I just respect. And with this pen, the FK20, this is specifically the Two Cranes with Togedashi Maki. This is just, it's very approachable because it's basically a Namiki Yukari or a Pilot 742 size pen. It's not big, it's not imposing, it's elegant, but still while being elevated and usable every day. So I really like this. This is sort of where I've landed in the Namiki Pilot lineup, and the number 10 nibs on these are really, really nice. 18 karat gold, very soft, and I have it just in a basic medium here, but it's one of the nicest mediums. I just really love the elegance of these pens. And now number 9. This was a tougher call. I had to choose between this and a Sailor Iromiyabi, but basically I had to pick a King of Pen nib. This particular one is made by Tasha. This is their Empress Fossils in the Sky pen, but it has a Sailor King of Pen nib, of course, though with the Tasha branding. And this is 18 karat versus 21 karat gold. The nibs pretty much write the same to me. They have this really nice feedback, and I had to include a King of Pen nib. I think I do prefer this Tasha model. It's fatter. The grip section is fatter, and you have this really nice haptic with the eggshell on here. Really just one of the best nibs on the market, and very comfortable with a ebonite body over urushi lacquer. A really enjoyable pen with a unique writing experience. Number 8. This was from my top 5 pens from last year, but I think this pen really is just very unique. This is the Graf von Faber-Castell Intuition Platino Wood fountain pen. There's no other pen that looks like this. It's a snap cap, and I just love that the body is also the grip section, and you have this beautiful, basically just oiled, fluted wood body. It's really, really nice. And then on here I have a double broad magnum nib, very juicy, very enjoyable. These are just special pens that there's nothing else quite like it. All right, number 7. So this is the Montegrappa 1930 Extra fountain pen. This is some, I don't know, limited edition. I can't remember what they call it, but this is 13 of 35. But basically this is a standard Montegrappa 1930 Extra. This is in their, I want to say it's called Indian Summer or Indian Rainbow celluloid. And this one has their Animalia number 8, 18 karat gold nib. I think they just had leftover nibs from the Animalia pen. They're like, oh, let's just throw them on this pen and call it a limited edition. I think that's what happened. But nonetheless, it's really just about the actual pen, the model, the 1930 Extra. To me, this is really what I think of when I think of a luxury pen, because all of the materials are luxury. All of the trim is solid sterling silver. The nib is 18 karat gold, and the body is made out of celluloid. So it's not a standard injection molded black plastic pen with, plated trims. This is, everything here is solid gold, ebonite feed. This is a proper luxury pen, and it's an Italian pen with very nice proportions. The nib on this is super soft and bouncy. You do get some nice line variation out of it. This is a special nib, special pen. Everything is made in-house. The feed, the only thing is the nib isn't, but like the filling mechanism is made in-house. It's ratcheting. This is a very, very premium pen, very enjoyable to use. This is sort of what I reach for when I want like a real luxury writing experience. Number 6 here. This is a pen that is very specific. This is the Pelikan M600, specifically from 1988, with the 18 karat single tone nib. This is a pen that has, I think, my favorite Pelikan nib that I've ever used, including vintage Pelikan nibs. These single tone 18C nibs are fantastic. Now this is my second one. I originally had one with a BB nib. This one is an OB nib. The original one I got rid of because the piston mechanism would like pop off of the back of the body of the pen. So I will say, out of all of the pens here, this is certainly the lowest quality. Not that it's a low quality pen, but just build quality wise, this is probably at the bottom. But the nibs are absolutely fantastic. Bouncy, responsive, just very unusual for a modern nib to write this nicely. I mean, it's really a wow for me, and I'll be doing a review of this. This is the only pen here that I sold, regretted it, had to buy it again. Still on the lookout for more of these. This is also probably the cheapest pen here. These are probably $200 to $300 for one of these. So it's a very nice, sort of a hidden gem of a pen in my opinion, but my absolute favorite Pelikan nib, and I have some nice Pelikan nibs. Okay, number 5. This is an Omas CS, and I was thinking of all the vintage pens that I have. Which one, if I could only have one, would it be? And I ultimately picked this one. I don't have a lot of vintage pens, but this is one of the cheaper ones, but it's excellent. Now the CS was a pen that was not, I don't think, very successful for Omas. It was a pen released in the 60s. It's a celluloid body, and it's kind of strange. It's a hexagonal shape that just kind of smooths into a round barrel and cap. It's a snap cap. It has its own CS nib that's unique to this pen, slightly different geometry, piston filler. This, to me, is just understated elegance with a fantastic flexible nib. Now, when this was new, this was actually a very premium pen in their 1965 catalog. This and the hooded reversible nib version, the VS, were at the top of the catalog, and it was the tagline was, they were saying this is the star of the new Omas line. It came in a very expensive wooden box, but it ultimately wasn't successful. But for me, it's just a very enjoyable everyday pen with a fantastic writing nib, and it's just kind of a low fuss vintage pen that writes really, really nicely. And so I picked this over my Aurora Superna, my Omas Ogiva Extralutions. This was just sort of the one that I want to use the most. Just understated Italian elegance. Okay, now number 4. This is a pen that I kind of desperately need to review. I've had this pen for a long time. This is the Nakaya Nakai Nigoro in Shiro Tamanuri. This is a discontinued finish. It's a really nice pen. It's got the old Nakata nib, and I had John Madasha do kind of a outlandish modification here. We added a lot of extra flex to this nib, which is why you can see it's kind of pointing downwards, and we made it an oblique medium. I have no other nib that really writes like this. When I was originally doing this list, I was thinking, okay, what's the one Japanese pen that would be in my top 5 list? And ultimately it had to be this, beating out my Tasha or Sailor and the Pilot and my Danny Trio, which I also really love. This pen just has, I think, the most character, and it has a fantastic nib and feel, and I just love the finish on this pen. It's really just a fabulous pen. Number 3 here. Now we're getting into the serious stuff. Okay, it's all serious. This is the Cartier Louis Cartier fountain pen in gold. This was the first ever Cartier pen I had. This was like an eBay gamble for like $200. Ended up being one of my favorite pens. This is, I think, one of the nicest made models of pen that I've really ever used. All the nibs for these are made in-house. They're two-tone. They are threaded. I have a box of all the different nib grades. Just a fabulous luxury pen. Actually, the only French pen on this list. Just really well made, elegant, and a joy to use. Really nice, luxurious pen with fantastic haptics. Now, number 2. You guys probably know which one this is. The Montblanc 149. This pen is just an absolute classic. It is just a fantastic, fantastic pen with a beautiful number 9 nib. Just a pen that's been a great companion for me over the years. Not this specific one, but really enjoy these. And if I were to pick a nib, it would have to be a super wide nib. So, for me, number 1 would be my vintage 1960s OBB, my modern curved calligraphy one, and then finally this modern triple oblique broad nib. They're just so nice to write with, well balanced in the hand, very, very comfortable, super classic. Number 1, you all know what this is. This is the Aurora Optima. Fantastic Italian-made fountain pen. Everything is made in-house. Phenomenal nibs. Super comfortable. This is, pen that's in my hand. It's just 10 out of 10. It's really perfect. I've been using one of these for a very long time now. They're really nice. My top nibs, oblique double broad, and italic. Really special in these Aurora pens. So those are my top 10 desert island pens. What would your top 10 or top 5 be? I'd love to hear that in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more fountain pen, paper, and ink videos, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, and until next time.